What up, guys? Welcome back to Off the Mat Wrestling. My name's Tyler, and it is officially Wrestlemania week. That's right, Wrestlemania this year is going to be in Tampa, Florida, and we haven't really had a WWE event with fans in over a year. I'm super excited. Wrestlemania is one of my favorite weeks out of all sports every year, and it's definitely my favorite week in wrestling. And today, we're going to go over my top 10 WrestleMania main events in history. Now, this is my personal top 10. Doesn't mean it's the best 10 main events, even though I think it is. But yeah, these are my opinion for the top 10 WrestleMania main events of all time. We'll start with number 10. WrestleMania 19. Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle came in as the champion, the WWE champion. Two of the most technical, most proficient, legit wrestlers in the history of the business. They put on an absolute clinic. Brock Lesnar came out on top, the WWE champion at WrestleMania 19. Number 9, WrestleMania 24, the champion Edge versus the challenger Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship. Two guys who, defined an entire lifetime for a lot of wrestling fans. It's pretty cool that Edge is back in the main event at WrestleMania this year. This will be the first WrestleMania without Undertaker in forever. At WrestleMania 24, The Undertaker did win that match to become the World Heavyweight Champ, and it was a really good match. The Undertaker's had many great matches at WrestleMania, but that's one of my favorite. Number 8, John Cena versus The Rock at WrestleMania 28. This match was won by The Rock, two of the biggest superstars in the history of wrestling, and it's I think it's a signature match for The Rock. It was an excellent match. Anytime that Cena and Rock or two people like that get together, it's going to be great. Rock wins WrestleMania 28. Number 7, the champion, Bret the Hitman Hart versus the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, in an Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12 for the WWF Championship. 60 minutes it was scheduled for. The thing that's unique about this match is, for one thing, it's an hour-long main event, but neither competitor scored a pinfall in the first 60 minutes, so it had to go to overtime. Shawn Michaels walked out of WrestleMania 12, the WWF champion, with the win over Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. Number 6, WrestleMania 31. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Lesnar comes in the WWE champion. Now, Reigns versus Lesnar was nothing crazy, the match in itself. But what makes this moment special, iconic, one of the biggest moments in wrestling history, in my opinion, at least in WWE history, is Seth Rollins cashed in at the end of the match and walked out the WWE champion in a very dramatic, super entertaining way. They've tried to kind of duplicate it since. Nothing beats Seth coming out. His music hits, he runs out. Excellent moment from WrestleMania 31. Now we get into the top 5. Number 5, Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage, WrestleMania 5. This is for the WWF Championship. Savage comes in the champ. Two of the best wrestlers of all time. I don't care what anyone says. Definitely two of the biggest names. Really technical wrestler, skilled wrestler in Randy Savage. Very skilled in the ring, but in a different way. Hulk Hogan, they're both in their primes here. Hogan walks out of WrestleMania 5 with his hand raised, the WWF champion. Number 4, the champion, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. No disqualification. WrestleMania X7 for the WWF championship. Really great match from both guys. When you get two guys like that, it's kind of like what I was saying about Cena and Rock. Rock versus Austin, Rock versus anybody really, Stone Cold versus anybody. You're going to get an excellent main event. And Austin did walk out of WrestleMania X7, which is a lot of people's favorite WrestleMania of all time, the champion. Number 3, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior, WrestleMania 6. Hogan comes in as the WWF champion. Ultimate Warrior comes in as the Intercontinental champion. This is Ultimate Warrior's best match of all time, in my opinion. You got to give a lot of credit to Hulk Hogan for getting that out of him. It was a great match. At the time, these two were red hot, the two biggest, strongest, coolest looking guys. Ultimate Warrior did walk out of WrestleMania 6 with both belts. Iconic moment, unbelievable. Number 2 WrestleMania main event of all time, in my opinion, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Shawn Michaels, the champion. WrestleMania 14 for the WWF Championship with Mike Tyson as the special enforcer. I love Mike Tyson. He was great here in that role. The build-up to it was amazing. Wrestling was red hot during that time. The match was incredible. Stone Cold Steve Austin did walk out of WrestleMania 14, the WWF champ, in what is my opinion the number 2 WrestleMania main event of all time. Number 1, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 26. It's a no disqualification match. I don't know, it wasn't career on the line, but there was some type of like career stipulation to it, or just storyline to it. Unbelievable match. There's really not much I can say about it. You gotta go watch it if you haven't seen it. I'm sure all of you have. Undertaker, amazing in this match. Shawn Michaels, amazing in this match. Their ring IQ, the moves, the way the match flowed, the storytelling and psychology that was used in the match, second to none. One of the best wrestling matches of all time, and in my opinion, the number 1 WrestleMania main event of all time. I hope you enjoyed my list. Let us know in the comments what you agree and disagree with, what I missed, what I got right. Check out offthematwrestling.com. We got a bunch of cool stuff going on for WrestleMania week and all year round. But especially this week for WrestleMania, we're going to be putting out a bunch of content. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video. My name's Breakneck. Peace.